Well, that was fun last time. You know, Kevin was a good player. It was, but you know, we're playing with Fulbright and Zuckerman, and they're such great players, and it just seemed like so wrong to have everybody sort of sit on the side and then like run on the field for one play or something. It just seemed like so much fun. Rachel and Stan, good to see you. They were in Ashland last night. Thank you for coming again. I'm going to do a song called Steel for you. We'll do that in the second set. It takes so much energy for me to kind of get that one off the ground, so we'll kind of go 45 minutes or an hour to see if I can get the ground speed up where there's lift under the wings. And I'm not a pilot. I don't know why I'm doing all that. I we could use a boat thing. A boat, what's it, a boat out? Yeah, I almost said a boat analgesic, and that's not what we want, is it? That would make us breathe easier, I believe. Well, I don't know what direction I'm going to go. I've got a set list, but I think I want to do something different. I think I want to go directly into. I mean, it's so good to be back, and you know that was a beautiful night. It was kind of had a sort of a gauzy, misty thing to it. I don't even remember what all we did, but it was fun.
It was all great.
It was fun. I remember it as being real fun. It was goofy, and then I think we stayed up real late and talked. And I don't remember what all we talked about. It was kind of I think may have been whiskey that was drinking. Well, I'm going to go directly into the love songs. I mean, we'll get them out of the way, and then we'll get into the real sad songs right after that. I think we ought to do that. We ought to set you up so that it seems like it's going to be a real lovely, sweet night full of love and redemption, and then we'll pull the rug out from under you. That as quick as y'all saw that last night. The rug. Actually, we never really started with a rug under us last night, as I recall. We started rugless, and then we started pulling concrete from beneath our feet, as I recall. You know, I talked a lot last night. You know, I'm okay not talking. You know, with a band, I never talk, but, you know, maybe I will talk. I'm going to explain some of the songs. I mean, some of them make more sense if I explain them. But, you know, Kevin Welch is the one that says if you have to explain a song, as in Kevin's voice, he says, that song ain't no good. But I'm going to explain some of these songs. Especially in the love set. Once I get into the darker stuff is, I think, self-explanatory. Self-analgesic. What is an analgesic? What is that? That's a nose thing? It's an aspirin. That's what this show is. It's really 2 full sets of aspirin. I thought an analgesic was like Sudafed. I guess not. That's why I'm not a doctor, nor do I portray one on television. Anyway, this song, I was in East Texas working, and these people told me the story of a Mennonite young man that came out of Mexico and came up north to work and make money, and there was a heavy judgment on him from these people because he had left his Mennonite faith. He had fallen in love with this woman, and they got married and had kids, and it was fine, really. Everything was good, and that's the way the story comes out. It comes out fine. But they were judgmental because they felt like he had done something wrong, and I didn't. I wrote it down just as a love song because I think love mostly conquers things. So anyway, he came. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Love conquers mostly things. I don't know where we're going with that. You know, you can take that like yard weeds and stuff like that, but mostly big stuff. It conquers big stuff. But he came north, and he was real talented. He was real good with engines and steel and stuff like that. He's a good welder, building trailers for his uncle. And the Mennonites are a religious group that split off from the Amish. As I wrote it as a love song, and then I had Mennonites come and tell me the history of the Mennonite religion and how they split off and because they had different beliefs. And he, I've had Mennonites all over the world come up and say, well, this is the story of my life. So he came up north and got away from that closed community of fellow worshipers, and came to Texas, and what we got a lot of are what are called county line bars, where bars out in the middle of nowhere right on the county line, where a dry county, if you're in a dry county you can't buy booze, you can drive out to the county line. He would drive by one of those every day after he was finished building those little flatbeds, those 16-foot flatbed trailers, and he would see these women walk across the parking lots, the dirt parking lots, and they'd be wearing short skirts and they'd tall boots, and they'd wear tight t-shirts, and they'd wear push-up bras. And he was drawn to that. There was a Mennonite, came from Mexico. He went to work for his uncle out in West Laco building trailers. Hell, he could build anything out of metal, fix any machine. Well, praise be to Jesus, all glory and accord. But when you're 21 years old, you get kind of bored staying home every night or worshiping the Lord. He bought a pearl snap shirt stitched with horses and stars, a handsome pair of boots, started driving past bars where women wore short skirts. They made out in cars, drank beer by the quart out of mason jars. They drank beer at the county line bars. Marco Polo, he went off to explore. Christopher Columbus, off to find a new shore. Young Mennonite walks through a ballroom door. Set a heart to dance on a tight t-shirt that was tucked in the waist of a short skirt. She's standing at the bar, holding court, got a push-up bra for extra support. The boys fell like pigeons, they fell like leaves. Strong, pale legs, red boots to her knees, red boots to her knees. Well, who's to say what love is? Is it horses and stars? Is it boots and beer, the back seat of cars? Well, on the floorboard, there's a short skirt wrapped in the arms of a pearl snap shirt. Well, it's been 5 years. Never was hard, he never much thought more about the Lord, and she just quit going to bars. They got married, had kids, it never was hard. Well, who's to say what love is? Is it horses and stars? Is it boots and beer, the back seat of cars? On the floorboard, there's a short skirt wrapped in the arms of a pearl snap shirt.